Welcome back to Jokeology. My name is Benji. I'm here with the very funny Nate Bargatze. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Okay, want to give us a little heads up about the joke we're about to see?
Yep, it's a prank I played on a buddy of mine at McDonald's. So, I think that's good.
That's all you need. Yeah. Check it out.
I got a buddy of mine, his name's Luis Gomez, and me and Luis went to McDonald's to eat recently, and we ordered our food, and then we take our food and we sit down at our table. And then Luis went to the bathroom, so he left me alone with his food. So I was like, I'm gonna play a prank on him, you know? So I grabbed his hamburger, I unwrapped it, I took a bite out of it, then I wrapped it back up, I put it back down on his tray. So that's my big prank. Like when he comes back and opens his burger, I'll just be like, dude, did they eat your burger before they gave it to you? That's crazy, right? Is that crazy? It's a ridiculous prank. It's dumb, it's harmless, it should never leave the table. What should happen is Luis should just come back, he should open his burger, and his first reaction should be to look at his best friend he's sitting with, who, by the way, also dabbles in comedy, and just be like, hey, I just wanted to run this by you before I unexpectedly go freak out on this entire McDonald's. That's what I thought would go down. Just a quick, hey, I wanted to see if you touched my food the only time it was out of my sight before I try to fight a group of people that are going to be pretty confused on why they're fighting. But instead, that was the day I learned I'm friends with a lunatic and a guy comfortable fighting McDonald's employees because he opened his burger and he could not have ignored me quicker. Like, didn't even kind of looked at him so, he looked like he expected them to do it, like it's happened before. And he's like, again with this? He starts screaming at all. He's like, someone ate my burger? How about I'll fight all of you till I find out who ate my burger? So he gets up, he starts walking towards them. So now I gotta jump in. I can't believe it's working. Like, we have gotten so much farther than I thought we could ever get. I grabbed him, I was like, Luis, I ate your burger. I ate it, dude. That's insane that you didn't look at me. That's insane. So I get him to sit down, but it's already weird. Like, everybody's like looking at us. It takes like 10 minutes for people to quit filming us with their phones. And that's when it hits me. I started thinking about it. I was like, Luis, you're gonna get killed one day. I was like, you were about to go fight it. I was like, let's pretend that I'm not here. Let's pretend that someone did eat your burger that worked at this McDonald's. Let's pretend that really happened. You were gonna go blindly fight that guy. Not even try to like size him up, like see what he looks like at least. Do you really think you could beat up a guy that is apparently pretty confident in himself? That he's making burgers, he's then eating them. He's just sending them out to whoever. You don't think that guy's probably the greatest fighter of all time? I honestly think you'd walk to the McDonald's counter and be like, hey, who ate my burger? And all the McDonald's employees would just part ways. Because they know exactly who you're talking about. And in the very back of McDonald's, you see a guy standing there cracking his neck. He's got his fist in the fryer, doesn't even know it, just sitting there, warming his hands. All right, guys, thank you guys so much.
Okay, that was a very long joke. I think the longest joke
is.
we've looked at so far. So the actual story is maybe like 30 seconds of this, and you just walk through possibilities of things that could have happened on that.
It's just setting it up, and then the reveal of like, you know, just saying like, what, you know, that, like, here's how it should happen, to would you really want to fight a guy that's comfortable even doing that? So it's like, that's the twist at the end. I think that's what people like a lot, is like just think, because it's just a different way to think about it, like, you know. So it's like, you just, you know, it's like, would you really be comfortable fighting that guy that's comfortable eating burgers that he's serving to people? I work on like rhythms a lot, so it's like, I know, like when I can have trouble, like if I had to redo this joke and tell it a different way, I don't know if I could, because I get in a rhythm of it.
Were you nervous using a 3-minute joke on Conan? Let's say it wasn't working out for you.
I was, but I always say, because I have a lot of jokes with like a lot of tags, so I have a lot of, that one I really don't, but sometimes I have a lot of outlet points, so I could, if I feel it not going good, I can stop a joke earlier than, and if it's going good, I can keep it going. So I like to always have a bunch of exit plans, you know. Your
writing process, do you actually sit down and write it out, or is it, as you're describing, kind of figure it out on stage?
It's on the stage. I've never sat down and like, I've tried, but I worry about when I sit down and try to write, it won't be conversational. So I do run it in my head a lot. I run stuff I just run jokes in my head. Like, so I could be doing dishes, just like thinking of a joke. I run it by friends, like comic friends. I'll be like, what about this joke? Or, and like I'll try to always say it with real people just to keep it to keep it conversational. Because I think, so you don't want to you write it down, it's like I've got to memorize that, and I'm not gonna, it's not gonna come off like me. Right. Actually, this joke, I started hating it, and it stopped working. Like when you tell a joke too much, it can stop working, because it's just, you don't have the same excitement that you would have at the beginning when you were telling it. And then it comes back around, and they don't end up working again.
Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, Benji, I'm here with Nate. You want to tell people where they can find you or what they should check out online?
Twitter at Nate Bargatze, and my website, you can go to I Am Nate, which is easy to spell.
And you have an album.
I have an album, Yelled At by a Clown. Go buy it, it's on iTunes, Amazon, all that fun stuff. So go check that out.
Awesome, well thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you guys like that. Stay tuned for more coming up.